How many of your facilities have a coating on the floor that you don't know when it was put down there or what the coating is? How many times have I been called into a facility and I've been told, Alex, we got this product on the floor, we can't seem to remove it, or it's been taking us multiple strip cycles to remove it and we still can't remove it completely from the floor. If that's your facility, Madama Power Strip is your answer. Madama Power Strip will remove 99.999% of the coatings that are out there. Using Madama Power Strip, very important. You can use a walk-behind scrubber. I don't recommend it. I recommend with Madama Power Strip to use your side-by-side 175 RPM. And if you have a coating on the floor that is very thick, we recommend you use a black stripping brush. Very simple. Using anything else will load up the pad and you'll spend a lot of time changing the pads. Since Madama is all about time savings, go with the brush. Take a black stripping brush and put that on your side-by-side. Another very important thing, do you want to use multiple cycles of stripping or do you want to do it once? I like to do things once. Take the Power Strip, put it down, walk away, let the product work. How long? I recommend minimum an hour. Maximum? There is no maximum. How long can you leave the product out? Some facilities I've been at have multiple layers of multiple products, including polyurethanes, epoxies, everything you can imagine. In that scenario, Power Strip should be used pure, spread it down nice and heavy over the floor. I even recommend taking a pad, a black pad or a maroon SPP pad and running that on the floor first to prep it. And the reason why we do that is in order to ensure that the product sits rather than rolls. Then I recommend putting a piece of plastic on top of it. You don't need tape. The Power Strip will hold the plastic in place. First time using Power Strip on a floor that you do not know what's on the floor, let it sit for an hour. Come back an hour later, use a scraper. If you see the product is coming off the floor, you know the floor is ready. If after an hour, the product is not completely gone to the bone, go away, come back another hour later, test it again. And I have some facilities, I have some customers that unfortunately have had to wait 4, 5, 6, or sometimes overnight till the product works. The key is your staff can now go do what they need to do during their shift, come back at the end of the shift or the next shift, and ensure that in one cycle we'll take whatever's off that floor. Power Strip is also unique in another sense. It is green, it's environmentally friendly, it's organic. Power Strip does not have a high odor, it's almost odorless, it has no VOCs, it's completely non-toxic, it's non-caustic. It won't damage your skin, it won't damage your eyes, but it will damage whatever coating's on that floor. So make sure that you put it on the floor that you want to remove the coating and not the floor that you want to keep the coating on the floor. So let me walk you through the step-by-step process. Take the product, Madama Power Strip, shake the bottle because the product does separate in the bottle. So make sure you shake it for 20, 30 seconds. And then if you're going to dilute it, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, or even up to 1 to 8 for normal stripping cycles, you can. If you do not know, take the product, put it down pure, spread it with a squeegee, spread it with a mop, make sure the product is down very, very thick. We do not want to put too little Power Strip so that it doesn't have the ability to go through all the layers of wax. And to put more product out, you're going to save time on the back end. Once the product is on the floor and you've figured out how much time it needs to dwell, now it's time to remove the Power Strip from the floor together with the coating that it successfully removed. Take a bucket of water and mix it 1 to 4 with our pre-finish wash. Pre-finish wash activates the Power Strip and it also makes the Power Strip neutral at the same time. Take your side-by-side with the stripping brush, put it down on the floor, and as you're running the machine, introduce the pre-finish wash diluted 1 to 4. At that point, when the floor is completely saturated with pre-finish wash and it's completely been run over with your side-by-side and a black stripping brush, you now can suck everything up. Once everything is sucked up into your machine, you can then rinse it again to form one more time using the pre-finish wash. At that point in time, you should be looking at the bare floor, and that product that never came off the floor before should now be off your floor. If you went and did a demonstration on your floor, make sure that you demonstrate the product on an area that has low traffic. Why is that? Because on the areas that you're walking in the middle of the floor is usually the area that has the least amount of product because of foot traffic. You want to go to the right or left, the corners or edges of the room. You don't want to have to wait 2 hours on the side and then go to the middle, put the product down for 2 hours and go, oops, I should have waited another half hour. If you know it worked 2 hours on the side, it's definitely gonna work 2 hours in the middle. Make sure that when using PowerStrip, you have the proper wet floor signs and proper barriers up on the floor. Make sure that there's no people, there's no traffic around. Make sure that that area is dedicated to your stripping team and no one else can come in there and fall or slip while you're stripping the floor. We want to make sure that all safety precautions are put into place before you remove a coating. Make sure that you block off the area that you don't want to strip. You don't want to be stripping the entire hospital when you want to only strip a certain area. Make sure before you start anything that all those precautions, all those safety precautions are properly in place and all the proper protection for your floors are in place. It is a slippery product because it is breaking up coatings. So it is important again to make sure that you're wearing the proper boots, proper clothing. It will break down plastics, so make sure that there are things that you don't want to get damaged are not in contact with the PowerStrip when you're using it on your floors. Very important that you remove PowerStrip completely from the surface that you're cleaning before you go ahead and recoat, because you don't want to be, again, breaking down the coating that you're putting on top of the PowerStrip if you haven't properly rinsed the floor. Madama PowerStrip is only one of our many innovations here at Madama Floor Care Systems. If you'd like to learn more about Madama PowerStrip or any of the Madama Floor Care products, please visit us at acejan.com.